We want to welcome everybody to coming in today. Let everybody know, hey, this is our very first Women in Trucking seminar, and we're very happy to have the young ladies that are here that will be joining us in this celebration today. Celebration of women in trucking. Women in trucking. Please understand that I will not be doing it won't be a lot of hard questions, ma'am, ladies. It'll be something very, because a lot of you already know me, so you know good and well that I'm not going to, take this thing and program and plan it all the way out. It's only 10 questions I'll be having today, and I want you to feel free to answer and answer freely. Answer the way you feel. This is something that we need to make sure that gets put out. We got to educate people on what's happening with ladies in trucking today. To the young, some call yourselves divas, some call yourselves ladies, some call yourselves women in trucking, but whatever it is that you may go by. We know we got some from BCH, we got some from Divas in Trucking, and we just wanted to say welcome to all. I tell you what, ladies, can you go ahead and let's just start with Miss, let's see, let's start with Black Diamond. Would you like to, I want you ladies to please tell us your CB handle and also tell us what you do. Give us a little quick synopsis of how long you've been in trucking, what your experience level is, and owner operator or company driver.
Hey, it's Cashmere. I'm a little late. I'm low boy, oversized loads, heavy haul. CB handle is Cashmere. And I forgot what you said. Oh, I only been driving 2 years, and God has blessed me definitely with the opportunity to do oversized loads. Because from what I've been hearing, a lot of people say that you got to have a lot more experience to do my truck looks like. I was driving down the highway, and my drive shaft of my truck went flying across the highway at probably 70 miles an hour. So luckily it was early in the morning. There was no trucks. I am stuck right now in a hotel in Wyoming for them to replace the drive shaft. And also when it broke off, it busted my brake chamber. So they got to fix that. There's no oil. They got to put oil. It's just stressful. But I'm out here in Wyoming.
Okay, my name is Black Diamond, also known as Charwanda. I've been driving for 6 years. I just switched over to flatbed, but I was doing containers, vans, and a little bit of reefer. Um, like I said, I've been driving for 6 years, and I drive Freightliner now. So yeah.
Hey guys, it's Shumby. I've been driving for about 5 years, and most of my experience is in like reefer and dry van. But I'm no longer in a truck. I'm now a broker.
Hey, it's Tiff, Big Wheels and Heels. I hope you guys can hear me. Not too sure. I've been having some technical difficulties. But I've been driving 16 years. I started at the last portion of my military career, 7 years heavy haul. And then I've driven dry van, reefer, now currently trainer. And yeah, I absolutely love what I do.
Yes, this is Jennifer. I'm actually Queen Nubian on here. I've been driving since 2000. I've actually pulled dry van, reefer, flatbed, tanker, container, pretty much almost everything. Still haven't conquered, certain things like oversized or cattle hauling, but I'm sure I'll try that before I get out of the driver's seat. But I've been doing trucking, of course, for 17 years. I absolutely love it. And oh my goodness, I mean, right about now, I just can't think of a better position I would want to do. Actually, an owner operator right now pulling a Freightliner. So
Miss Bold, Sheree Moore.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Sheree Moore. I am better known as Brown Sugar or She Trucking. I've been driving for going on 4 years. I only drive van, but I am thinking of doing tanker, and I have to salute all the women before me that has drove all the different divisions. I think that's amazing, absolutely amazing. Um, right now I'm local. Uh, that's about it.
Okay, well, my first question would actually go to Miss Black Diamond. Let me ask you a question, and ladies, you can always feel free to add to this. Let me see. Now, do you feel that it's harder out here for truckers, for women truckers, than it is for men?
In some ways, yes, because we don't have the same strength as a man. So some of the things probably take us a little bit longer. Some of the things we might not can do. But I do think it is a little bit harder out here for women because this is a male-dominated industry also. But there are women that conquer it. So
So, now, anybody else have anything to add to that? Shumbi, Sheree, you guys have anything to add? Queen Nubian, Tiff.
Well, hello, everybody. My name's Amber Fields, bold and beautiful on the handle, night rider hitting the pavement. I drive a 15 Freightliner. I am a company driver with Venture Logistics. I am a trainer with my company. I've been driving for 3 years, 2 years.
You bowed down. Come on back.
Well, I want to add this Cashmere, and I want to say that the lady that said something about she hasn't conquered the oversized lows yet, I want to say that it's by far, to me, easier far as like strapping the load down. It's not as much time. It is kind of crucial to me. Like a couple days ago, I just got a ticket because I was out of route more than 5 miles for having an oversized load. So it was a level 1 misdemeanor for me, and that's on my license. But the thing about hauling oversized loads is really just a route you.
Okay, I don't know what the fact. I think something's going on with the app that we're getting cut off. Moderators, if you could, please adjust that. Make sure that we're able to get everybody in. Um, but we'll move into the next question because we're getting a little bit off of that right there. And I did want to come to that. Thank you very much on that, Cashmere. Um, and let me ask this question right here to Miss let's see who we want to ask this one to here. Let's go with Sheree Moore. It says, how can we get more women as being trainers? And do you think that men would respect them as trainers, even though it's a woman?
Well, I think that we could get more women as trainers if we, I don't know. I think that'll be a good question for the women that are trainers. So I'm gonna pass that one. Can I skip that?
Well, I think as of being a female trainer, training a male, it's all about where his head is and what the things that he says and how he goes about doing things, and if he's got any type of respect for you at all when he's on your truck. And if not, then I just kick him off the truck like I did any other time. Like I went to go pick up a student one time and he got to talking about, damn, you my trainer, and start oh, you fine as F. And I said, okay, hold on a second. And I went up to driver development and I let them know, like, I can't take him, and they asked me why, and I let them know. But I think it's all about respect. As long as that man respects you and your truck, because it's your truck and you're training them, I think that everything will be fine. And a woman should never be afraid to train a man.
All right, all right. Miss Tiffany, what do you think about that, Miss Tiffany Anna Eccles?
Sorry. My thing is this. I train both men and women. Um, the one thing that drives anybody to come out is money. It just is what it is. Um, and I find it easier per se. Um, Not easier. Easier may be the wrong words, but in training men, they have this. Even if they don't want to do it, they're going to do it because they don't want you to outwork them. Vice versa. That's what I found. And I've been doing it about 8 years now. It's not every case, but it is 99% of the cases that I've walked into. Um, and just to encourage more women to come out, yes, we do. The system is already set up for society looks at us to fail. It is in this because it's a predominantly male oriented field, so we already are going against the odds already. So we have to come in with a mindset saying that I can do this, I can beat them, whatever, I got to stand up, fight for my rights, that kind of way. The flip side of that is this: in order to get more women to come out, I hear a lot of females saying, I'm not going to train, I don't want to train, I don't want to be a trainer. And I said, well, why is it? And they said, well, I just can't put up with that personality, I can't do it. And I say this: either save somebody from a bad experience that you went through, or bless somebody with a great experience that you had, and just try it one time, play it for it, pay it for it. That's just my motto.
Amen. Amen. I like that. I like that. So I mean, how can we get the ladies more feeling freely of coming out and being into this industry? I mean, this question is to everyone. How can you do that? How can we get the ladies out here and make sure that men are educated more on respecting the ladies in this position?
I honestly think it'll just take time. We have to, it's a lot of women who are still, although we're out here doing it, it's a lot of women who are still intimidated by, or I won't just say intimidated, is we kind of get in the way of ourselves sometimes because it is a tough job. We are, kind of transitioning to, of course we know that this is there are more males than women. So it'll definitely take time. But I know definitely it would be important for us to do so because there is a definite need for female trainers. There are some companies that will not allow males to train females or allow females to train males, but there is a definite need for it in the industry.
I fully agree here. I am a female trainer. Also, a big issue is company support. I train male and female, and having your company support is also a big issue. There has to be a fair basis across the board, and there is not a fair basis across the board.
I think what we all are doing now is showing, having everybody do the little post and write their summary. I mean, we could put that out there further. That'll probably bring more women into the industry. They're showing that, we go from different jobs, from oversized tankers, all these things that I guess when I say strength that I guess you wouldn't think most women do, or you get intimidated, but seeing other women might motivate you. And I've trained before, and I agree with the Miss Lady I like training men better than I like training women. Just my preference. And then you asked something else, and I forgot. I'm sorry.
That's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. Now I have a daughter. My daughter wants to. She expressed to me the other day when we were talking about this seminar. She just so happened to be at work, so she'll be listening to it on the recording. So here's the thing I want to ask you, all of you. If you could tell my daughter anything, what would you tell her about this about doing this? She's 28 years old. So she wants to now become a driver. And now I'm thinking about the fact that, no, you know what? You're going to own a truck off the bat. Now, I want you to tell her, what would you tell her if she was on here right now?
Oh, I ain't mean to get the button back to back, but I say go for it. I mean, sky's the limit. Hey, girl power. We can do anything a male can do. We might can do it slower, but we can do it.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I would definitely say go for it. The only person standing in the way of you is you. If it's something that you've thought about more than once, you definitely want to do it. So even if you don't like it, or if you don't succeed at it, or if it isn't for you, you cannot say you didn't try. So at least try it.
I would say you can do anything you set your mind to. And in this day and age, I mean, there's more women out here than ever before. So you have a bigger support system when it comes down to ladies. There's more of a sisterhood out there between us. I just wish we were a little bit more tight-knit when it came down to us working together as a sisterhood. But compared to the days that when I first started, women were few and far in between. So I basically had to come in from the beginning and be tough. I couldn't slack. I couldn't say, well, I don't know if I can do this. There was no room for self-doubt and negativity because I had to prove to myself, to family, friends, and the naysayers what they said I couldn't do. I could not only accomplish it, but I could also excel at it.
And let me ask you a question here. Okay, and I appreciate that. Did anybody else have anything more? Sheree, I didn't hear you. Did anybody else have? Now, let me ask you a question. What do you see? No, what do you love about being a woman trucker? What do you love about being a woman trucker?
For me, and this might be crazy, I like when being a woman trucker where I can get out and have a dress on, maybe have some high heels, and still get up in the truck and I can put my hair up in a ponytail or whatever and drive down the road. Like to me, that's like I done did it. I did it. I'm in this. But I like the pay. I like the freedom of not having nobody hovering over me. And actually going to see the states, even though it probably be about my umpteenth time visiting them, but the just to see the states, see the different views. I'm a paid tourist. That's what I call it.
Anyone else? Anyone else? What do you love about being a woman trucker?
Well, I love being a woman trucker because I love to see the expression and the impact that we make on, our youth that looks up to us. Other men and women actually, their reaction of seeing us behind the seat, not expecting to see a woman actually driving, is amazing. I think that over just to give you a little statistics, it's 5.8% of women drivers that is in the industry. Um, so we are a small percentage, which is from the American Trucking Association back in 2015. That was the last time they gave a percentage. So I'm curious to see what the percentage is now of us women drivers. But yeah, just to give y'all a.
To be honest, sometimes I feel invincible. I feel like I defeat the odds because you just don't know that. I wish I could just bottle up that feeling when I got the truck and somebody tell me, hey, is that you driving that truck? And I say, yeah. Like just saying, the respect that I get getting out of that truck, it just, it feels amazing. Just that feeling. If I could bottle it up, I definitely would sell it on the shelves.
I agree because I like being able to look out my window and someone smiling and waving and saying, "You go, girl." Or when I step out of my truck, someone says, "Hey, are you driving that big old truck?" Or something like that. And, I get so much love and respect out of people just to be able to, for someone to say, yeah, that's you doing that. That's something that even like when I first started, people were saying, oh, you're not going to be able to make it. For me to feel like that I can stand tall and run with the big boys on this and still get out here and do everything that they do and sometimes even better.
What I like about it is the fact that I'm doing something that people are saying that we can't do. And the fact that the first thing that people normally say is that, oh, we can't do this, you can't do that, it's too big, it's too strong. And when I tell a girl, especially when she's like, it's not hard, and I be like, no, it's like driving my car. The only thing is it's bigger. It makes it's more comfortable. It's a lot more quenching for me.
Okay, okay. Now let me ask you another question. What do you see yourselves at 5 years? What do you want to get out of this? What do you see yourself in 5 years? What's your projection?
For me, I do want to get out of trucking. I see myself as a business owner, having multiple mobile mechanic, the trucks. But in 5 years, I see myself out of trucking. It is not because I dislike it or anything like that. It's because, I want to take a break from it.
I see myself being a fleet owner, basically the owner of my own company, probably with anywhere between 3 to 5 or more trucks, and I want to be able to employ other ladies, not only just in the just in the office, but be able to drive as well, and maybe even a few lady mechanics. And, just to be able to not only do what I'm doing now, but to leave a legacy behind for my children and my grandchildren.
I see myself actually being sovereign, working under owning my own truck, at least one, as well as looking to open up my own brokerage dispatching, working under my own authority in 5 years.
I see myself continuing more into the apparel side of trucking, continue to try to bring more awareness to women in the trucking industry. Um, the question that I tried to buzz in earlier on how we can get more people in the industry, where I try to put out videos and apparel to express that, it's a lot of women out here and telling, the other women that you can do it. Look at us, we can do it. This is what women truck drivers look like in 2017. The stereotype has left. It's different. It's a whole different group. So I see myself, continuing my she truck and apparel line.
I actually am kind of along the same line. I make clothes on the side, so I also want to do something similar to that. Plus, a product line that my sister owns, I want to be her driver for it. I want to be able to go across the country and, not only have my own clothing line that women are able to wear, that's more girly and not as manly. Like I want us to be able to wear the boots that we want to wear, look as stylish as we do when we're at home while we're on the road. So I actually plan on doing that, and then also I want my own nonprofit organization, more like to help people who don't know about trucking or that don't have the opportunity to make money and don't know that it's out there. You can do this. You don't have to be stuck with a dead end job, and living from check to check. You can come out here and do this too, make your own money, build your own company, your own brand, and not have, like I said, not live from paycheck to paycheck. So
I'm interested in, now that I've transitioned back over to the broker side of business, I'm interested in opening a broker school, and I want to target like my like trucker wives. And one of the things that the adversity that we face out here, it's a lot of women who want to get into the industry and they can't because they have small children. It's harder for us to leave our kids and come on the road. But if they actually got a glimpse of the business on the broker side, maybe they'll still be able to, make decent money or learn about the industry, they'll go through a woman-owned broker school, and they'll learn how to become a broker from a woman. So just opening up more opportunities for women to get into trucking is what I like to do.
Now, this question right here is, I know we have one that does a lot of public speaking, I believe, and Ms. Tiffany Eccles, Hannah, when you go to crowds and you talk to those crowds, what is your message to women as you're seeing you as a fleet owner?
Here it is. I'm sorry, I'm trying to switch out trucks right now, trailers, but I wanted to chime in earlier. But one of the things that I always tell women is this, and it's something from my father. And you guys said a part of it. It was that the sky is the limit, but that's for small dreamers. So you can't put any limitations on your life. I hold 5 college degrees, and it was not easy by far, not at all. But you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. When the world says no, you got to keep going. You know what I mean? Because most of the things that I've gotten myself into is simply because somebody said that Tiff, you couldn't do it. I come from a legacy of truck drivers. My mother has been driving for 31 years now. My aunt has been driving for 36 years. So again, it's a couple things that if we have a little bit more time, I just need to hook up to this trailer, but I want to jump back in there because it is some things that I want to touch on for the ladies. But again, just keep pushing. If somebody tells you that you can't, just do it and show them that you can. I'm that kind of person. I like for somebody to tell me, hey, you cannot do it. And again, that's how I've gotten into a lot of things in my life, a lot of careers that I've been in, is because somebody said you couldn't do it. I like to like face it, that mountain. How do we conquer a mountain? One step at a time. How do you devour an elephant? One bite at a time, with that mentality. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if I cut someone out because I saw something, but I also wanted to add something else. Another reason why I got into it was for the fact that a lot of times they think that because we out here doing this work that we want to take over, we want to be a man, or in some form we don't need one or whatever. And it's just that we want opportunity just like you do. We want to work just like you do. We got to feed mouths, and we got to take care of our car notes, our cell phone bills, our houses, our rent, just like you do. That's all it is. And it's just no limit to what we're gonna do to get there. That's all it is.
Okay, okay. And so now thinking about this industry, the ways that are needed, what ways do you feel that are needed to empower women to be successful out here and not fear the fact they're coming into a male dominated industry?
I think someone said it before. I think it was Queen Nubian. Having a sisterhood, having a bond with women, women talking to more women. I mean, I think that would bring more women out, and that would bring more women that's already out here. Like a connection. If I need help, can I call you? Or if you need help, you can call me on this, that, and the third.
I agree with that, and also just not to show that the large marge of you, not to take away from who is, butch or all that. But you have a lot of women out here, and they think like, oh, you gonna get nasty, is nasty, it's only ugly women, disgusting women. None of them got, they don't think that we still get our nails done, we still get our pedicures, we still take showers. Most of us, like me, I take my money is not as important to me as some, so I'll go take my shower every day. I don't have to go without. I don't have to go without. I can go without a little bit of money. It's fine as long as I get my hygiene done. I'm fine. So it's. I want more women to know that you don't have to be funky. You don't have to not have your nails done. You don't have to not get your hair done. You can still be just as much of a woman you want to be while doing this job. You do not have to look like Marge. You don't have to look like you swirling around with a cock. So
Amen.
We all some sexy women. You could be classy, and I agree with you. I agree with you.
I hear it all the time. I get it all the time. Every time someone, like, I got sisters like that right now, and then like I couldn't do it. I'm like, why? We all grew up in the same family. Your mama was doing construction just like my mama. So why can't you do it? Out of all people, why can't you do it? And she's like, but and I'm like, look at me, like you acting. And it's like they assume that I don't wear. They think I don't wear my heels. They think I don't wear my boots. They think I don't wear my. They think I'm out here I'm out here in just nothing but big ass t-shirts all the time or whatever and everything. Because when I go home, I'm knocked out 90% of the time. And when I became local, what I do? When they started seeing all that. Now my little sister, she talked to her boyfriend and she want to get into truck driving too. My baby sister, she like when I turn 21, I want to get into truck driving.
All right, all right. Yeah, that's what they do out here in Cali. Um, wow, you guys are on fire. You guys are on fire. Let me ask you a question. Where has trucking brought you? Where has trucking brought you? Look back. Look back and see what you had before you became a trucker, or before you became an owner operator, before you became that empowered woman. Where were you?
Not only did it improve my quality of living, um, basically, it gave me a sense of empowerment. It raised my self-esteem. It gave me that power that I always knew that I had, and those values that my parents instilled within me, because I'm a child of an Army veteran. And one of the things that my father always taught me was never give up, never quit. And every time I get myself into a situation, whereas I can get lost, I can get aggravated, I might get into a hard dock or whatever, I still remember those things that my dad tells me even to this day. And so, it kind of gave me that sense of power. And I feel like no matter what, I can overcome everything that comes in my path. Any obstacles in my way, any financial difficulties, any ups and downs or whatever, I can accomplish all of that. And I feel like trucking basically gave me that edge and that drive to be able to move further past a lot of things versus things that I used to do in the past. Before I started driving, I worked 2 and 3 jobs, and I would still be broke after paying my bills. So getting into trucking basically improved my quality of life. I was able to do more for my family. Not as much still as I still want to do, but I didn't have to call and ask mom and dad for money every week after I got paid.
For me, I had just got out of a marriage, and me going off the trucking, it kind of let me know that I can do it. Like, cause I was working a job, and still my bills weren't being paid because one job, one household. In Florida, is really hard. It ain't easy. But it kind of gave me some of the same senses as Jennifer, empowerment, being able to live a little bit more comfortably without worrying about how I'm going to pay this bill or what church do I need to go to pay that bill. Um, and it boosts up my confidence a lot that, even though I just got out of a marriage, I can do this on my own. I can do this on my own.
Okay, I think I'm missing a couple of ladies. Shumbi, I heard the Women Queen, bold and beautiful. And I know we're still waiting for Miss Tiffany to come back in.
For me, I feel like trucking gave me an opportunity. I've always felt like I wanted to travel, and the places I've been able to go, and the things I've been able to see, I just don't know if I would have. Maybe I would have, but at the in the amount of time that I've done it, I don't think I would have been able to do it without trucking. So I definitely feel blessed for the opportunity to drive a truck. And I also I went to school and got a degree, and I think my field capped out about $50,000. So I just don't think that. I mean, I'm thankful for the opportunity. I feel like trucking definitely gave me an opportunity.
Big C, I have to apologize. May I have the question, please?
No problem, no problem. We were asking how has trucking impacted your life? How has it impacted your life? Think about what you had before you came to trucking.
That is a wonderful question. Um, Quite honestly, when I got into trucking, I was in trucking helped me break free. It helped me break free out of failed relationships, a failed lifestyle. Um, Trucking gave me the freedom I needed mentally and physically. Uh, I, Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to drive as well as we're going through here. For myself, I lost my daughter to cancer. And my mind goes a million different places in the world. And the one thing that I love to do is I love to travel. I love to see the sunsets, the sunrise. I love to see cows and farms and old church buildings. For me, trucking has helped me tremendously financially, and has helped me to become more independent and being able to help my community more. But above everything, trucking has freed my mind. It's gave me the peace and the joy that I need to be a productive citizen.
All right, all right. I think we had everybody on that one. I appreciate that. Now we're coming down to the end. We're coming down to the end. And one of the things that I want to know, first of all, I like everything I heard from you young ladies, simply because of the fact that what I tell my daughter all the time is the fact that she does not need a man to live. I need you to understand what I'm saying. It sounds like it's rescued you guys from a lot of things, a lot of turmoil in your life. And that is very important because your worth is priceless. Your worth is priceless. So as you think about these things and think about where it's brought you from, and it pushes you forward to keep trying to surpass what you did last year, that's a big goal. That's a major goal. I teach my daughter the fact that one, that she can make it on her own. Now I want her to have a man, but I do want her not to be dependent on a man. Amen. Okay. So I'm sorry, I don't want to be preaching here, but um, next, here's my last question. Um, I need to know from all of you, what can we at Sovereign Roads, okay? Because you are part of Sovereign Roads. Every driver out there is part of Sovereign Roads. This is a unity. This is what we do. We're about one another. There's no selfishness in this room. Any selfishness can take a side seat and get out. Okay? We don't believe in that in here. We believe in unity. Sorry about that. So what I want to know, what can we at Sovereign Roads, that's including you, what can we do? What can we do to help educate new ladies coming into this industry that's going to empower them?
Well, I can probably say that we can probably do it the old-fashioned way, like when I started, because when there was no Facebook, no Twitter, all of that stuff when I started, a lot of us were either on prepaid phones or a lot of us were still using pay phones or whatever. So the old-fashioned way was actually literally walking up to someone saying, "Hello, my name is Jennifer," and introducing yourself and actually just making a friend that way. And you'll be surprised who actually might need help or needs a mentor or whatever the case may be. And you might even end up with a lifelong friend. That's how you build a sisterhood or a brotherhood or whatever. I think a lot of times we get into that rat race where we just kind of forget to even be nice to each other, be able to speak, say hello or whatever, or strike up a decent conversation. If we can ever get back to that, I think that would help the industry as a whole. I mean, obviously, everybody's not going to be on the same page, but I think it would make things a little bit easier.
I'm thinking Sovereign's Road is the group itself, and that includes those that are here. So I would say kind of along the same line, communication, respect. You know, a lot of times out here, women, we like like me, I kind of got a little bit of a anxiety after being over the road and dealing with especially the men and how disrespectful they can be and how disgusting they can be to us. So mine would be just to, just more respect, more understanding towards what we go through out here, and not judgment on the fact of that we're out here to do what you doing. Yeah, we're out here to do what you doing, but we're not trying to take over. We just want to be your coworker. That's it. That's all it is. We're just your teammate. We're a fellow trucker out here. That is it. We do not want to take over. I do not want your job. I want my job. That is it.
I think to continue Sullivan Road, I thank y'all for allowing us to have the platform today to speak. Continue doing what y'all are doing. Welcome everyone with open arms and staying humble. That is the most important thing. Uh, just piggybacking off of my friend Jennifer with the sisterhood, I think that more women need to start participating if they want to be a part of anything, any organization, any groups, any activity that's going on. It's a lot of women in the industry that try to put on and different, events or put out there different information, but it's a really lack of participation. And in order for things to change, you have to participate. Once things are already done and you see pictures of it, then people want to complain and talk about it. But like I keep saying, participation is very important. So I just thank y'all for giving us this database and just continue it.
I would like to say this is Bold and Beautiful, and I'm being Sovereign Roads myself, First Lady of Sovereign Roads. Um, these gentlemen are like this 24/7. It says you are who you surround yourself with. Sovereign Roads has been very open to women. The platform they provided and they will continue to provide is a huge support. It is appreciated. It is all love here, not just for the webinar. This is every day. This is every night. These gentlemen that have brought us to the table, this is their being. And they share this with other individuals and bring others to the table. And that's what's going to continue to make the difference. Of Sovereign Roads, people, places, and things making a change, being that change. That is Sovereign Roads, bringing the unity together.
Well, I would like to. I'm not sure what the lady's name who advertised this in my group, but I would like to thank her for even like posting it there. I see some of the females that are in my group in here, but not a lot of them. But I do want to thank whoever it was that did post that. To open up another channel for me to even know about, because I had no clue about this channel at all.
Amen. I appreciate that. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I want to say, first of all, I thank RTI, I thank BCH, I thank Party Roll, for all the groups that sit back and post it, Trucking Divas. Thank you guys for helping us put this together. And this is not the last one. Please understand, we'll be doing this more and more, because the education is what's got to get out there. People have got to get informed about what's going on out here. So I do want to say the fact that I know we have some things that we want to actually, first of all, we invite you all to please, we just want to know you're doing okay. Stop through. Hey, what's happening? This is Tiffany. I'm just saying, I'm waving my hand at you. How y'all doing? I'm in such and such, give you 20. And then when you do that, you never know where you might be. That helps. Somebody else might be there. You might, you know what, so-and-so's here too in the same truck stop. So you guys are able to sit back and have a little bit more security at night, knowing that one of your brothers or one of your sisters are in that actual truck stop. Okay? And this is what we do all the time. We want that security to be there. We want that friendship. We want that unity. And we want that. And one thing we believe here is no drama. Please understand what I'm saying. There's no drama. We don't like it. We kick it out. It's gone. We don't deal with it. That's not part of our life. You got to de-dramatize yourselves. And that's what we've done. Okay. That's what you do when you're in Sovereign Roads. But I want to let you guys know that please go to our Sovereign Roads Facebook page. Please feel free to read through that. We've got a lot of things going on. We've got the Sovereign Roads Cruise. If you look that up, it has its own page. That's coming up May 6th. Okay, I think I've got 11 or 12 rooms left. Please check out the cruise, 7-day cruise. It's going to be awesome. Going to Belize, Cozumel, Costa Maya, and Rotan Bay. Leaving out of Miami. The other thing is the fact that we've got a hit on there. We're doing a little fundraiser for the church. They got shot up. We're doing a little fundraiser for them as well. So please feel free to go there and look at these things. Look at them. And again, we appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in, sharing your time with us. I know you guys are busy. You're out there trying to get it done. So I really don't want to hold you too much. I'm going to open the board to the other moderators. Do you have anything that you want to say at this time?
Yeah, see, there's a list or there's a series of questions on the Facebook page. Once you open the floor up for questions, if you could get into those as well. And I just secondly want to second what you said. I think I just want to share my appreciation and the appreciation of Sovereign Roads for these ladies being receptive to putting this together. And if I could ask my own question, what can we do as men? And I think Big C kind of touched on it. What can we do as men to be more supportive of having ladies out here? Like, what is some of your biggest obstacles that you face, whether it be, security or people not taking you serious, or, what can we do? Like, ultimately, we're going to have all of our members, we're going to want them to have the Sovereign Roads logo on the side of the truck. And, we would love for that to someday be a part of the industry. Like, okay, this is a safe kid right here. this is a safe guy. So if I'm in a dark rest area or what have you, maybe I should be parking next to this guy because he's solving roads. Ultimately, we like to position ourselves in that type of be in that type of situation where we could be more supportive and embrace the fact that you guys are here and you're coming and you're growing in numbers.
I'd say you guys are amazing. So like I've not spoke with you personally. I spoke with, Blaine C, Big C, etc. You guys, just the continued support that you give us ladies, me personally, you guys are amazing. Keep doing what you all are doing, because what you all are doing right now, spreading the word, raising awareness, getting us involved. This, I mean, you don't understand. Like, I'm pretty sure it's been a great response already. Just keep doing what you guys are doing. It's great.
I would say to include just pretty much what I said before. Respect. Just simple things like if I'm out here fueling, I don't. I'm not saying that I don't need your help, but if you offer your help and I say no, just take it as that. A lot of times out here, my biggest problem is that if I'm backing or if I'm trying to fuel something like that, the aggressiveness of men who get kind of angry because I don't need your help. If I need your help, I'm gonna ask. So offer the help. I think continuing to offer the help is great, but just be able to be humble yourself. If I say I don't want your help, that doesn't mean that you're less of a man. That doesn't mean that I don't like you. That I find you. It's just that I want to do my job. I like doing my job. So stop trying to get mad at me because I want to do it myself.
I appreciate the help. Okay, some of the guys come up and they want to open your doors and help slide your tandems and
Point of them not being able to offer it. I want you to continue to offer it. Just humble yourself if I say no.
I would just like to piggyback on that. Um, One thing that I would like to, that you could, so people, gentlemen here at Sovereign Roads can do is, you know, everybody here is stand up and you guys provide the utmost best. However, there's other drivers. When we're in locations, there are other drivers who belittle us because we're women, who think we can't drive, think we can't park, think we can't back, like to flash their lights. It's very disrespectful, flash their lights. I even have a problem actually when I go into a pilot sometimes. I have a cashier or a manager thinking I'm not a driver just because I dress nice. So, little words here and there in somebody's ear. If you see a woman, regardless if they're in a group or not, just, when you see someone being disrespectful, please just speak up in our behalf.
Absolutely. And again, I mean, the only thing I can think of is, rocking the Sovereign Rose bumper sticker or the sticker that we put on the side of our trucks. And if you see that, you know, that sticker, as far as security issues, I would hope that you would see that, whoever's in that truck is safe. Like, we are supportive and we want to make sure that you're able to deliver your loads from point A to point B with no opposition, no obstacles. Um, so that comes to my second question. Is security an issue out here where you're on the road? Are you having a hard time? Are you finding yourself not feeling safe in certain environments?
I'm gonna say yes in certain areas in certain cities. Yes, it is. It does feel like security is maybe an issue. Like for one, if I get at a shipper that is like down a dirt road, I don't answer no doors, no knocks. I don't let nobody know that I'm a woman in the truck. Um, and they do have, and I've heard of many cases where someone went to the rest area and something happened. So yes, in certain areas, in certain cities, it is an issue. But like in like some places like Atlanta or some places like Dallas where you have big truck stops, um, it's not really that big of an issue.
Well, look at that, what I just posted, Black Diamond. Look at what I just posted. That right there is off of Taser International. That is the same strength, the same charge as the police have. Okay.
Someone there.
Miss Sunshine, I absolutely hate to hear that. Um, I hate to hear that. And I think there's definitely some unity that we need to find out here together as women, um, as um, as women. There's power in numbers. Big C safety is an issue. I'm pretty bold, but there's been many instances, like I said, where I've had to walk around the truck stop and I've had to walk around the parking lot for about 45 minutes because I had a driver kept harassing me. Would not accept the fact that I didn't take on to his advances, and it didn't end pretty. It did end up with the driver going to jail and getting beat up and then going to jail. Safety is definitely an issue. We shouldn't have to carry guns, though. We shouldn't have to carry anything. We should feel comfortable being able to park at the back of the truck stop and being able to walk to the front without the harassment. And hopefully we can get there one day.
Yeah, I actually don't drive sometimes at certain times because I don't want to have that problem. I will make sure that I'm able to do. And now I'm going to go all the way back to the back and sleep for the rest of the night until the morning because I don't want to come out.
Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, we have a few more questions from the Facebook page. Um, your greatest accomplishments in driving. I'm gonna go two. I'm gonna make this a two for your greatest accomplishments in driving. Um, and the other question is, do you have traditional relationships? Are you the breadwinner in your families? And if so, has there ever been a problem in your relationship?
I think my greatest accomplishment was becoming an owner operator. And on the two-part side of that, traditional relationship at this time, I'm not in a relationship. I've been married and divorced twice. And uh, me being on the road was a problem, especially for the first marriage because he didn't drive trucks, even though I was a truck driver before we met. And the second one, we just had our own issues and it just wasn't going to work. So at this time, I'm not in a relationship, but if I decide to get into another marriage slash relationship or whatever the case may be, he's going to have to be a truck driver. He's going to have to be someone that does the same type of work. He has to be able to understand the lifestyle.
I think my biggest accomplishment so far was starting my brokerage. That's my biggest accomplishment, and I definitely as far as relationships, I've definitely had issues with relationships. As far as, no, I have not been the breadwinner, but as far as the amount of income and as far as me not needing the male support, that has been an issue because I think most of the guys who I've met, whether they're truck drivers or not, definitely have issues with me not needing them as much, which doesn't mean I don't need them as at all, but I haven't needed them as much as I guess traditional women. I'm not sure how to say that.
My greatest accomplishment is my apparel brand. Um, my apparel brand, it brings awareness to women drivers. Um, and as far as a relationship, I'm the breadwinner. I wear the pants. No, I'm just playing. I'm actually in a relationship with another driver, and it does work better. Another driver understands what you're going through. They understands. You don't have to explain your different things to the another driver. They understand you much better.
Now, I'm going to say my greatest accomplishment was in my failure. When I say that, because I had my own truck, I did all that, but I didn't learn a lot of things until I failed it. Um, and I'm learning to do other things. I'm putting everything together and doing what I learned out of my failures. As far as relationships, oh goodness. My last serious relationship was actually my ex-husband. So I really cannot answer that question until I get there.
And anyone else, please feel free to jump in. Um, I think that concludes the questioning. And if Big C, if you want to open up the floor for questions, or if you want to take over. But if there's anyone else that would like to add on to the traditional relationship situation and um, being the breadwinner, and if so, did that cause any issues?
I actually would like to chime in on that. This is Bold and Beautiful. When I got into trucking for the first year, I was the sole breadwinner for the family. Um, and that relationship turned into a failed relationship after 12 years. That's part of what I broke free from getting into trucking. Since then, I am single. I enjoy being single. And like the other ladies, I feel like if I do get into another relationship, it is going to be with another driver. Um, just because drivers do understand our lifestyle.
Either a truck driver or someone that, someone that is able to come on the road with me and do mechanic work.
And I did forget to add here, my biggest accomplishment in trucking is learning how to become sovereign. Though I'm not completely there yet, I've changed how I think, how I process information, and look forward to when I become an owner operator here soon.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, becoming sovereign. And ladies, you can become sovereign and become free if you have not already done so. We all have different levels of being free, the sovereignty. And so yeah, we're gonna tie this out. We've been going at it now for an hour and 20 minutes. And again, we just want to really appreciate you guys. You guys are in sovereign roads. Please, please stop through, talk to us, see how we're doing. You never know, if you're parking somewhere that night and you was on the channel earlier, somebody might be coming your way. And they might decide to stop at that one place where you were. So where that way oh, you know what? I remember Bold and Beautiful's over here. Let me stop over here. Shumby's over here. Tiffany's over here. You know, Dark Miss Dark Chocolate's over here. You know, Jennifer's over here. So they might stop and say, hey, let me go check them out. Hey, let me know I'm in the parking lot. Where you at? Let's go have something to eat. Now you know you don't have to sit all the way in the back and feel like you're alone. Okay? So Sovereign Roads is here for you. This is a unity, and we're serious about what we do. Hey, I appreciate you guys once again. This is Big C, and I'm out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just lastly, thank you to all the groups that made this happen. T mentioned them earlier. I also want to especially thank Miss Ronna Barnes, Miss Diane Beaver. This couldn't have happened. This event could not have happened without the help of you two. You three, Kelly Cornelius. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank all you guys for coming, showing up, and we got to do something. Maybe do this again. But I would love to be able to get together and put some of these ideas into practice. So we are changing the narrative, because you guys, you are the faces of trucking.
Yes, sir. Oh, and I'm sorry. Yeah, big ups to Miss Ronna and Miss Diane. Yeah, and Miss Kelly. Yeah, I don't know where we would be if she did not do the things that she did. 'Cause let us